हेलो एवरीवन, आज हम बात करेंगे ब्राह्मणिक लिटरेचर के बारे में। तो पहले हम इंट्रोडक्शन से स्टार्ट करते हैं। एशियन इंडिया में सबसे महत्वपूर्ण जो रोल अदा करते हैं, जिसके साथ हमें पता चलता है एशियन इंडिया की हिस्ट्री के बारे में, तो वो है हिस्टोरिकल सोर्सेज। हिस्टोरिकल सोर्सेज गिव इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट द इवेंट्स ऑफ द पास्ट टाइम। देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ हिस्टोरिकल सोर्सेज: लिटरेसी सोर्सेज and archaeological sources. Archaeological sources are more reliable because they are impossible to change and are more important to the study of ancient India. पहले हम बात करेंगे लिटरेसी सोर्सेज के बारे में। लिटरेसी सोर्सेज आर फर्दर डिवाइडेड इनटू इंडिजीनियस सोर्सेज एंड फॉरेन सोर्सेज. Indigenous are further divided into religious literature and secular literature. Under religious literature, we have Brahmanic or Hindu text, Buddhist text, Jain text, and secular literature is divided into historical text, semi-historical text, and biographical text. तो इस वीडियो में हम सिर्फ बात करेंगे ब्राह्मणिक और हिंदू टेक्स्ट के बारे में। ब्राह्मणिक टेक्स्ट जो कि हमें एशियन इंडियन हिस्ट्री के बारे में बताता है। These are further divided into two literature, Shruti text and Samriti text. Shruti text means that which was heard, जो सुना गया और फिर उसको लिखा गया. Samriti text, that which is remembered, जो पहले से पता था और उसको आगे लिखा गया. तो श्रुति टेक्स्ट में हमारे पास हैं संहितास और वेदास, ब्राह्मणास, अरंक्यास, उपनिषद्स. और समृति टेक्स्ट में है हमारे पास वेदांगास और सूत्रास, समृतिस, एपिक्स जिनमें है रामायण और महाभारत, और लास्ट में है पुराण. तो इस वीडियो में हम बात करेंगे श्रुति टेक्स्ट के बारे में और अगली वीडियो में हम बात करेंगे समृति टेक्स्ट में. तो इस वीडियो में मेनली हम श्रुति टेक्स्ट पर ही फोकस करेंगे. तो श्रुति, डैट विच वॉज हर्ड, जो पहले सुना गया और सुनकर उसके बाद वो लिखा गया. तो ऐसा माना जाता है कि पुराने समय में जो ऋषि मुनि थे उन्होंने घोर तपस्या करके भगवान को खुश किया था. तो भगवान ने खुश होकर उनको नॉलेज प्रदान की थी. तो जो वो नॉलेज थी वो भगवान ने उनको सुनाई थी और वो ऋषि मुनि थे उन्होंने आगे अपने चेले और शिष्य को आगे वर्बली ट्रांसफ़र की थी. तो इस तरह से दिस वाज वर्बली ट्रांसमिटेड फ्रॉम जनरेशन टू जनरेशन. तो पहले हम श्रुति टेक्स्ट में बात करेंगे वेदास की. वेदास विच मीन्स नॉलेज. It is derived from Sanskrit word vid, which means to know. Vedas are related to religious, social, economic life and less to political life of Aranyas. So there are 4 Vedas or Samhitas. Number 1 is Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sam Veda, Athar Veda. The composing time of Rig Veda was 1500 BC to 1000 BC and its composing region was Sapta Sindhu region. जबकि यजुर्वेद, सामवेदा और अथर्ववेदा इनका कंपोजिंग टाइम था 1100 BC टू 600 BC एंड इट्स कंपोजिंग देयर ऑल थ्री हैव सेम कंपोजिंग रीजन, दैट इज कुरु पंचाला रीजन. एंड अदर नेम्स ऑफ वेदास: नित्य मीन्स वेदास आर इटर्नल. अपरुष्य मीन्स दे आर नॉट क्रिएटेड बाय ह्यूमंस. कंपाइलर ऑफ वेदा, वेदा को किसने कंपाइल किया था? वो थे कृष्ण द्रव्यपन्न और इनको वेद व्यास भी बोला जाता है. तो जो वेद व्यास थे उन्होंने पहले जो वेदा बनाया था उसको 4 भागों में डिवाइड कर दिया था, डेट इज ऋग्वेदा, सामवेदा, यजुर्वेदा और अथर्ववेदा. तो इनको जो डिवाइड कर दिया था तो इन्होंने वेद व्यास ने अलग अलग ऋषियों को इसको कंपाइल करने का, लिखने का कार्य सौंपा था, जिसमें ऋग्वेदा दिया था ऋषि पायला को, सामवेदा दिया था ऋषि जैमिनी को, यजुर्वेदा ऋषि वैशंपायन को, अथर्ववेदा ऋषि सुमांतु को. सो ईच वेदा हैज़ 4 सब डिविजन्स: संहिता, ब्राह्मणा, अरंक्या, उपनिषद्स. जो संहिता है वो क्या है? कलेक्शन ऑफ हिम्स एंड वर्सेस. नेक्स्ट इज ब्राह्मणास. दीज आर द कमेंट्रीज ऑन द टेक्स्ट ऑफ वैदिक संहितास. Next is Arankyas. These are forest books. Then Upanishads. These are philosophical texts. These Vedas are meant for practical use in each of the four stages of the person's life called ashrams. There are four ashrams: Brahmacharya ashram, Grahastha ashram, Vanprastha ashram, Sannyasa ashram. And each of the subdivision of Veda is related to the respective ashram, that is Samhita to Brahmacharya ashram, Brahmana to Grahastha ashram, Rankyas to Vanprastha ashram, Upanishad to Sannyasa ashram. Brahmacharya or Grahastha ashram are related to Karma Kanda, Vanprastha ashram or Sannyas ashram are related to Gyan Kanda. Now we will discuss about each Veda and its subdivision in detail. Rig Veda. It is derived from Sanskrit word Rig, means to praise. It is a collection of hymns meant for the praise of various deities such as Indra, Agni, Varuna, Mitra, Soma, etc. Rig Veda is oldest literature in the world. It is composed during the early Vedic period, that is 1500 to 1000 BC, in Sapt Sindhu region. It is divided into 10 mandalas comprising of 1028 hymns, that is suktas, and 10,580 verses, that is mantras, written in poem form. Suktas are nothing but group of mantras. From second to 7 mandalas are the earliest mandalas, and these are family books because they are attributed to a particular family of rishi. First and 10th mandala were later added, and these are considered the longest books among these mandalas, and each contain 191 suktas. The reciter of Rig Veda was Hotri or Hotter priest. Rig Veda is the largest Veda. Now we will discuss about each mandala and the rishi related to each mandala and some important points of each mandala. So number one mandala is ascribed to Madhu Chanda Rishi, Medatithi Rishi, and other rishis. It contains hymns addressed to Agni, Indra, and other deities. Second mandala is related to Grit Samadha Rishi. Third mandala is related to Rishi Vishwamitra. It mentioned Gayatri Mantra, which is devoted to sun god Savitri. Fourth mandala ascribed Vamadeva. Fifth mandala ascribed Rishi Atri. Sixth mandala ascribed Bhardwaj Rishi. Seventh mandala ascribed Rishi Vishistha. Seventh mandala is related to Rishi Vishistha, in which thus Rajana war, that is a battle of 10 kings, is mentioned, in which Sudas, king of Bharata tribe of Trishtu family, won over an alliance of 10 tribes. This war was fought on the bank of Parushni river, that is Ravi river. Seventh mandala contains Mahamrityunjaya mantra, which is a very powerful mantra of Lord Shiva. So the mandalas from 2nd to 7 are attributed to a particular family of rishi. Then 8th mandala is ascribed to Kanva Rishi and Angiras Rishi. Ninth mandala is related to different rishis, and it is also called Soma Mandala, consists entirely of hymns addressed to Soma Devta. 10th mandala ascribed different rishis. It contains some important suktas. Nadistuti Sukta, in the praise of different rivers. Next is Purusha Sukta, in which 7 varnas are there, that is Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, were born from the mouth, arm, thigh, and feet of the creator Brahma. Next is Hiranyagarbha Sukta, depicts the creation of the universe. Next is Nasadiya Sukta. It contains hymns of creation, which is related to the origin of the universe. Next we have Samveda. It This word is described from word Saman, means melody, song. It is a collection of melodies. It contains 1549 verses, 75 new mantras, and all the rest were taken from Rig Veda. It is the shortest Veda. Samveda is the oldest musical book and foundation of Indian classical music. Its reciter priest is Udgatri priest. Yajurveda. It's derived from Sanskrit word yaj, means to worship, sacrifice. It prescribes a procedure to be adopted at the time of performing sacrifices and rituals. Its reciter or priest is Adhvaryu priest. It has two theotexts, Krishna Yajurveda, Shukla Yajurveda. It is written in prose form, that is ordinary paragraph form. Our last Veda is Atharveda. It contains mantras to ward off evil, hardship, and diseases. Its older name is Atharvangirasa Veda, Veda of Atharvan Rishi and Angirasa Rishi. It contains 730 hymns containing 5,987 mantras, which are related to cure of diseases and destruction of evil forces, establish peace, protection, health, wealth, love, marriage, and long life, and also related to the nature of supreme reality, time, death, and immortality. So this is also a philosophical text. Its priest was Brahma priest. So it is also called Brahma Veda. Now we have completed all the Vedas. Next come to the next part, that is Brahmanas. Brahmanas are commentary on the hymns of the Vedic Samhitas. Its composing time is 1000 BC to 600 BC. Sacrifices and rituals are elaborately discussed. It is written in prose form. Each Veda has different Brahmanas. For Rig Veda have Atriya Brahmana and Kaushitiki or Sankhyana Brahmana. For Samveda we have Tandya or Panchvisha Brahmanas, Shadvinsh Brahmanas, Chandogya Brahmanas, Gemini Brahmanas. In the Yajurveda, for Krishna Yajurveda we have Taittiriya Brahmanas, and for Shukla Yajurveda we have Shatabda Brahmanas, which was oldest and largest. Atharveda we have Gopata Brahmanas. Shatabda Brahmana is very important because it throws light on the Gandhar, Shalya, Keki, etc. northwest region and Kuru Panchala, Koshalya, Vidya state of east region of India. Next is Aranyakas. It's derived from Sanskrit word Aranya, means forest. It is composed by rishis living in forest. Its composing time is 1000 BC to 600 BC. These are the forest books to be studied by forest hermits. It includes the concluding portion of the Brahmas. It depicts the secret, deep meaning of the sacrifices and rituals meant for Vanprastha ashram, that is a third life stage of a person. It links it is a link or bridge between Karma Kanda of Brahmanas and Gyan Khanda of Upanishads. Each Veda have different Aranyakas. For Rig Veda, we have Atriya Aranyakas and Kaushiti or Shankhayana Aranyakas. Samveda we have Talavkara or Gemini Aranyakas and Chandogya Aranyakas. In Yajurveda, Krishna Yajurveda have Taittiriya Aranyakas, Shukla Yajurveda have Brihadaranyaka Aranyakas. Next topic we have Upanishads. These are also called Vedantas. This word is made up of Upa plus Ni plus Sad, means near totally to sit, sitting near by devotedly. It donates a student sitting down near his teacher to learn. It is a philosophical text. We have total 108 Upanishads, which are divided among 4 Vedas. Its composing time is 1000 BC to 500 BC. The best learning of Upanishad is Paravidya, that is spiritual learning. So each Veda we have different Upanishad. For Rig Veda we have Atriya Upanishad, in which we have a Mahavakya Pragyanam Brahma, which means consciousness is Brahma, or second is Kaushitaki Upanishad. So next Samveda we have Chandogya Upanishad, in which we have a Mahavakya Tattvam Asi, means Tou are that, you are that means. Next is Kena Upanishad. In Yajurveda, for Krishna Yajurveda we have Taittiriya Upanishad, Katha Upanishad. For Shukla Yajurveda we have Isha Upanishads, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. In this we have a Mahavakya Aham Brahmasmi, means I am Brahman. Last Atharveda we have Mundaka Upanishad and Mandukya Upanishad. In Mundaka we have a Mahavakya, Satyamev Jayate means truth alone triumphs. In Mandukya we have a Mahavakya, Aham Atma Brahma means this self Atma is Brahman. Also there is an important point, Brahmanas plus Upanishad study provide historical information from King Parikshit to King Bimbisar. तो इसके साथ जो हमारा आज का टॉपिक है वो कंप्लीट हो चुका है. अब हम नेक्स्ट वीडियो में बात करेंगे स्मृति टैक्स के बारे में. दिस इज़ अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टेबल एंड इट इज़ द concluded portion of all the topics today we have discussed, like Vedas, Upavedas, Brahmanas, Upanishad, Aryankas, Mantra and Priest. All the things I have concluded in this table. Please subscribe my channel and like my videos also.